In our previous video, we had discussed about properties of material on the basis of its appearance and hardness or softness. So now, in our this video, we are going to discuss some classification, or you can say that properties of material on the basis of its solubility. So now, for understanding the term solubility, you have to understand what type of material are said to be soluble or insoluble. Material that can be dissolved in water upon stirring are said to be soluble material. For example, sugar and salt can be dissolved in water. And what is insoluble? Material that cannot be dissolved in water, no matter how much we stir them, are said to be insoluble material. For example, stone or cloths cannot be dissolved in the water. You can say that oil are not dissolved in the water. So, before moving to the next topic, I want to say something that water plays a very important role in the functioning of our body because it can dissolve a large number of substances. So, not only just solid materials are dissolved in the water, even liquid have the property of being soluble or insoluble. For example, lemon juice, or you can say that vinegar also can dissolve in the water, while oil does not dissolve and deposit as a thin layer on the uppermost layer of the water. There are some insoluble object or material which sink to the bottom of the surface when dissolved in the water, while some other floats on the surface of the water. For example, leaves and corks float in the water, and rock and coin sink in the water.
Now we moving forward to our last subtopic, that is
Transparency. So what is transparency? Here we have to study three objects. First one is transparent objects, the second one is translucent, and the third one is opaque.
here is the definition of all the three objects with also given examples. And at last, a very prominent diagram is also here to show you that what type of material is said to be opaque, translucent and transparent.
Now at last we have to conclude our chapter that what is the need to categorize the object on the basis of transparency, bending property, rigidity means hardness or softness, and many more. Materials are grouped together on the basis of their similarities and difference in their properties. And also, in our everyday life, we group materials for our convenience. There is another reason why dividing materials in group makes it convenient to study their property, and then we observe any pattern in those properties. Like things are grouped together for our convenience in the study of property. So this is all about the chapter that why we
Short material into groups.